All right, we're here to talk about running shoes. Okay, so first of all, we're going to go over why the heck do you need actual running shoes. And then we're going to talk about what you should get, what I recommend, and then also how long should you have them for. I'm looking over there because those are my notes. Okay, why should you get actual running shoes? The biggest reason is because it is the foundation of your running, right? It's on the bottom of your feet. It supports everything up from the very bottom. So you need actual running shoes because they are just it's literally the only thing you have to spend money on as a runner. So spend the money on it, buy the nice running shoes. Don't wear your old workout shoes. Don't wear your old walking shoes. Buy nice new running shoes. This is literally the only thing you have to spend money on. You don't have to spend money on running clothes. You don't have to do it on buying a race or a training plan, but you have to spend money on running shoes, okay? Because if you want to stay in the sport long, you need good shoes. Okay. And plus, they honestly make you feel like an actual runner. If you have actual running shoes, it's just going to boost your confidence. You'll feel more of like an actual runner. And then you also, there's a lot of talk about getting extra shoes, more shoes, one for recovery, one for long runs, one for race shoes, whatever. But at the end of the day, you really only need one racing. You only need one pair of training shoes. When you get more serious and you want to talk about getting faster, that's a whole nother story. I'll make another video for that. So if you want to request that, go ahead and do that. Okay, but let's talk about the 3 different types of shoes that we recommend. Okay, so the first one is the New Balance 880s. Okay, the second one is the Hoka Clifton. Just gonna write it down for you. And then the third is the Brooks Glycerin. So if you need to take a screenshot, here they are. Okay. Okay, so these 3 shoes. Why we recommend them? They're usually a little bit step above like just the basic training shoe. I have had success in the Brooks Glycerin. A lot of my runner friends have run in the New Balance and the Hoka Clifton. They're a good brand, good shoe. Highly recommend them. But at the end of the day, what you need to look for in a running shoe is I would highly recommend going to an actual running store and talking to somebody there that works with knows what they're doing. If you don't know if you don't have an actual running store, go to like a shoe place. Try and get the best that you can and try and talk to somebody who knows what they're talking about because they'll get you fitted for an actual running shoe. And then another myth that I would like to bust is that you don't have to break in your running shoes. They're not like trail shoes. If you're just getting trainers for just doing mileage, they should not feel uncomfortable. You don't need to like get through this uncomfortable stage. So if your shoes are uncomfortable, you need different shoes. Okay, so those are the 3 that we recommend. You could try those out, but if somebody is suggesting as a running expert or a shoe expert, listen to them because they can look at your feet. They can tell you if you have a high arch, a low arch, if you run on the outside of your feet, or if you lean more towards the inside. So go to an actual running store, get actual running shoes. Okay, then how long should you keep it? The typical rule that we say is 300 to 500 miles, and then or 1 year, whichever one comes first. So if you can keep track of your mileage, a popular one is Strava because you can log your mileage. You can make it a profile, you can make it public, or you can make it private. But it's just a great way where you can link up your watch and it can track of your mileage. So whichever one comes first, I would not recommend keeping your shoes for over a year because even if you aren't using them much, they deteriorate over time and the foam breaks apart and it's not good for your feet. And then the next thing that we also like to look at is if you are starting to get achy and you're starting to feel some injuries come on, it could be because your shoes just break down faster than normal or that you might need a different shoe. So oftentimes when you are feeling those injuries come on, take a look at your shoes and kind of see how long have you had them. Are they new shoes that you're trying out and maybe they're just not the right fit for your feet. So that's what I would look at for running shoes. But to recap, get actual running shoes, go to an actual running store, and then replace your shoes every year or every 300 to 500 miles.